Alright guys, so in this video I'm going to be showing you the video that we got from my very first drift event. Now, in this series I'm hoping to show you guys what it's like to learn how to drift starting from a blank slate. During this first event I had never done donuts. I really didn't have much of an idea what I was doing or how I was going to end up. My car was pretty damn close to stock. I had new bushings and I was on lowering springs, and that's about it. So I'm hoping to show you guys how my modifications on my car progress and how I progress as a driver and my experience while progressing. You know, what it's like to crash, what it's like to break your car at the track, what it's like to, try to fix your car at the track, how to get a car home when it's fucked. So I drive a 1990 BMW 325i. It's an E30. The series is a whole lot less about my car though. I'm hoping to show you guys like the progression of modifications that I think would transfer over from any car, like coilovers, angle kit, I find is needed along the way. If you guys are interested in the BMW, I'll have separate series videos that you can watch and you can not watch if you don't give a shit. I'm going to do some voiceover stuff over the in-car footage that I have from the first event and just kind of talk about things that were going through my head and things that were right and wrong with the car and, what I learned and kind of didn't learn. Alright, so this is going to be my first drift event. I am absolutely terrified. It is going to be pretty much all GoPro footage as far as I know. I'm going to go through tech right now and then I'm going to go get my first lap in. See how this goes. Alright, so I'm about to take my first run. I have no idea what to expect. I'm fucking terrified. I think I'm just gonna walk, kind of drive through it, just to, feel it, I guess. So in my first couple of runs, I really had no idea how to get into drift, how to initiate a drift. And so I was really just kind of fiddling around with the e-brake and clutch kicking. So my clutch kicks were weak. They didn't get me anywhere. Using the e-brake got me sideways, but the footwork that had to go along with that just wasn't there. So I wasn't getting really anything done. These long sweepers were really scary for me because I knew that I had to hit them with a lot of speed, and I wasn't comfortable hitting them during this first event, so I kind of just skipped the thing as a whole. That was terrifying. I'm speechless. That was so scary. I totally fucked up kind of everywhere. I have no clue what I'm doing. I've never learned, I've never even done donuts in a parking lot, and I'm out here at park fucking trying to learn this shit. It's ridiculous. So I blew two of my heater hoses off, actually, and so I've been spending the last 30 minutes getting that taken care of.
There you go.
So during this first event I was extremely nervous, and now that I've been to a total of 5, I have gotten a whole lot more comfortable at the track and realized that no one actually cares if you're new to drifting. If you spin out on track, if you go off track, hell, if you get stuck off track and have to get towed out, everyone understands, because that's just kind of part of the whole thing. So if you're new to it, don't worry about it. Everyone's been there, everyone's been a beginner, and no one's gonna make fun of you or give you shit. Everyone will be super helpful. So I don't know what run this is, but I've been going at it for a little bit. I think this may be one of my last runs. I'm sort of getting the idea down. Not quite. if you watch my movements when I do sort of get the car sideways, I get really like fidgety, and in some spots you can actually see I kind of scare myself when I use the e-brake to enter it. So at this event, I was dealing with a whole lot of understeer. The sloppy suspension that I had, just the eBay lowering springs, were really not cutting it for drifting, and I knew that I definitely needed to make the investment and get some coilovers before I was really going to get anywhere. Drifting is definitely a sort of unnatural skill, you know. You are purposely making the car lose control and then trying to control your out of control car. It's kind of a ridiculous thing if you think about it, but it's pretty damn fun once you figure it out.
Clutch kick in the first turn. Just make sure you rev it like pretty high before you dump the clutch.
Okay.
That way it'll break the tires loose really good. And as you feel the car rotate, then you can feed the wheel.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Chelsea Denofa was teaching this event, teaching at this event, and so there he was giving me some advice to rev the car higher when I was doing clutch kicks. And I took it and I looped out, and it was okay. I was super nervous trying to get back on course because I felt super rushed.
Good?
The only thing that was rushing me was myself. That's all the footage that we have from my first drift event. I felt like I didn't learn a whole lot as far as driving, but I definitely became a whole lot more comfortable with the idea of drifting and going to the track and being at the track and being around the people who drive. Because coming in, I had no clue, you know, how people would be. Everyone has been super nice so far and was super nice at the event. Everyone was helpful, and yeah, it was really awesome. But that was definitely something I was struggling with, was being around the track and being on the track, which really, this first event, I got over that pretty much all the way. In the next video, we go to a skid pad in the Dalles with a bunch of cones set up, and I'm going to be talking about the benefits of learning how to drift on a skid pad versus learning how to drift on a track like Park is. So that should be a really good video. I learned a whole lot in that one, and yeah, it'll be real good. It'll be real dandy. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I will see you in the next one.
There's hell of skids in my pants. Sitting there, crusty and musty, but it's alright.